Hello, everybody. This is the Almighty DF, and I just want to say we're coming to a close of the 2010 decade. And I have to say, this was a very interesting decade for a lot of things. One, we got a lot of interesting animated TV shows, films, and politics, which I don't want to get into, in my opinion. But this is also huge for my channel since ever since I've been uploading a lot since 2015. I've been I've been getting a little huge, not big huge, but like a little huge. Like I'm now up to 300 subscribers, which thank you guys, thank you very much. Which I know most of my my channel is now bombarded with a bunch of Smash Brothers Ultimate videos, which I have moved to a new channel which will be for gaming purposes only, and that is called Origins. I'll leave a link in the description so you can subscribe to that. But today I'm gonna be doing a top 10 list. Yeah, it's been a while. So this top 10 list is going to be on the cartoons of 2019. So my rule is that they have to debut this year alone. So like shows that debuted like in December 2018, like that kind of doesn't count. But for now, guys, let's kick it off. The top 10 cartoons of 2019. Kicking off our list is the number 10 slot, 12 Forever. So this is a very interesting case because 12 Forever was originally a Cartoon Network pilot, well, because Cartoon Network rejected it. Netflix decided to buy the rights for the pilot and asked the creator Julia Vickerman to create a TV series out of that pilot, and we got 12 Forever out of it. This is a very interesting show because like I see it as a Cartoon Network show aired on like Netflix. But I really like the character dynamic of Reggie and how, like, as the series would go on, she would eventually grow since she's now 12 and facing new responsibilities since she's now becoming a teenager, as well as like new crushes. And I like how the show gives off subtle hints, like whenever Reggie and her friends go to Endless, like it would kind of like foreshadow some events that would happen in later episodes. Like, for example, she has two imaginary friends that are a gay couple, which in like later episodes, Reggie would fall for a female. So that's honestly excellent foreshadowing. So the reason why it's at the top of the list was because one, while I do like Reggie's character, she can get a tad bit annoying and a little bit unlikable in some areas. And I get it. She, like, just like a lot of people, she can't accept change, like, automatically. And, yeah, I could really see that. And some of the voice acting, in my opinion, can be a little grating. I mean, with the exception of, like, Antonio Del Rio as Todd, and, I think his name was, Matt Berry as the Butt Witch, I think overall the voice acting was kind of eh. But yeah, I suggest you check out 12 Forever, and it's 25 episodes. Unfortunately, we will not be getting a season 2, well, because of certain reasons that I don't want to delve into. Number 9 is Harley Quinn. So, I'm gonna be very honest with you, I kind of prefer when DC makes funnier TV shows. Like, I like how they poke fun at themselves now. It's like, they know that they screwed up from time to time, especially stuff like when Teen Titans Go to the Movies or Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans, and now we have Harley Quinn. So this is a very interesting take on the character itself, because Harley Quinn is honestly one of my favorite DC characters. I always found her very interesting, as she was once basically a doctor and now turned into a crazy jester. So, so in the teaser trailer, they made jabs about the canceled Deadpool series, and I'm wondering if the Deadpool series was going to be something like this. I don't know. So, back to the show, I honestly love Harley Quinn as a character. She really is like, she knows that she's a terrible person, but she'll do anything to prove her worth. And Kayla Kuko does a really good performance as the character itself. While she's not no Tara Strong, she pulls off a good performance. I also like the animation of the show. It looks really good. It's like watching one of those DC animated movies, like as a TV show. It looks that good. And the voice acting for the show is amazing. Not only that, we have Kaylee Kuko. Yeah, they have Kaylee Kuko as Harley Quinn. You also got Lake Bell as Poison Ivy, Ron Funches as King Shark, Tony Hale as Dr. Psycho. So, like, yeah, the voice acting ranges from really good. Even Alan Tudyk, he really does a good Joker. He's no Mark Hamill, but he does a good Joker. And it's nice to see Dietrich Bader as Batman again after him playing him as again Batman the Brave and the Bold. I'm hoping to see more episodes of this really funny show. So yeah, good on you, Harley Quinn. Number 8, DC Superhero Girls. So, with my thoughts on the original DC Superhero Girls franchise, it was basically DC's attempt at making Bratz and Barbie. So it was like, why would I pay attention to that? And hearing that there was going to be a full-fledged TV series on Cartoon Network, they had new designs, and Lauren Faust was going to be the one creating the show. As you know, Lauren Faust was the creator of My Little Pony Friendship's Magic and helped on other shows that Craig McCracken created, like Papa Girls, Foster's Home. So I gave the show a watch, and it's really enjoyable. I also thought this was gonna be similar to Teen Titans Go, cause like comedic DC superheroes not doing anything superhero-like, but no, this is way different from Teen Titans Go. Like, yeah, I'll admit, like, they look comical, but like they know when to take action, and that's what I like. I also feel like the show was also like similar to that canceled Gotham High show concept that Warner Bros. Had years ago, and decided to put that as DC Superhero Girls. I also love the chemistry between all the characters, especially the girls themselves. Like, they really work off each other and very nicely. And the art style is really nice. It looks like everything has been drawn with a crayon or chalk. It just looks like so vivid and just expressionable, if that's a word, if you guys would say. I say my only concern about the show is that I wish this show was not 11 minutes, because it feels like there's more stories to tell, but seeing how like episode length or like story-wise like the episodes are, I'm guessing like why they had to make it like 11 minutes, and that's how Cartoon Network shows are nowadays, like the running time for it. But yeah, DC Superhero Girls is a very interesting show, and I might have to give My Little Pony Friendship's Magic a watch if like the characters are very similar to those from that said show I said before. Number 7, Victor and Valentino. So this was another anticipated show a lot of people wanted Cartoon Network to make a show out of, since like the pilot came out almost 3 years ago, like 2016 on Day of the Dead, or Dias de los Muertos. And like looking at this show, I thought it was gonna be like, it's basically kind of like a Mexican Gravity Falls, and a lot of people would deny that claim, but like it's kind of obvious. There's like someone who has a book about the mythical creatures in the town that Victor and Valentina are in, and like they have clashing personalities like Dipper and Mabel, and they come across a lot of colorful characters. They basically have a business with their grandmother. It's literally kind of like Gravity Falls. But aside from those comparisons, this is honestly a very enjoyable show to watch. Victor and Valentino's personality clashes are excellent, and sometimes like their dynamic can work pretty well. I'll admit that Victor can be a tad bit annoying, and he really reminds me of a very unlikable Rigby and Blue. But I say he's a fine character. Also, I find the animation art style to be kind of okay at best. I mean, it's like the simple Cartoon Network like lines and all that stuff, but it feels like Victor and Valentino puts a new edge to it with like weird shapes like ovals and like and other geometrics like pentagons. And yeah, that's honestly all I have to say about Victor and Valentino. It's a very good show, and it's nice to see like another like Spanish style cartoon that isn't like educational wise. Don't get me wrong. I mean, hey, it's nice. It's nice to see some entertainment there, but you know, it's nice. Number 6, Mao Mao, Heroes of Pure Heart. I just have to say, this show completely came out of nowhere of this year. Like 2019, like Cartoon Network has announced like they're gonna have like a lot of shows, and then comes Mao Mao. And I gotta say, this show got me hooked since the very first episode. Like, wow, this was a complete surprise from Cartoon Network itself. This is a fun animated series, and it reminds me of one of those anime, like where it has like the swordsman and his like group. And hey, it does well. It really does well. Mao Mao as a character is very interesting. He will do anything to prove that he's legendary, to prove that he's a hero, to prove that he knows justice. And even he has like a lot of insecurities, and that what makes him great for a character. He overcomes those insecurities like episode by episode and like truly knows what it means to be a hero. Then there's his friends, Badgerclops, who's basically, he reminds me of me, and like, if I was a cartoon character. Someone lazy, likes to eat food and just relax. Like, he's a pretty chill guy, and that's why he's one of my favorite characters on the show. And then there's a Doorbat, who's, I'll admit, like, her voice can also get a little grating, but she's just so adorable, and she'll do anything to prove that she's also a hero as well. And I can sense that her and Malma have this father-daughter relationship, or like the master-apprentice relationship, like from many episodes. And the animation, oh man, it is amazing. The show is co-produced by Titmouse, and I can see their signature style in this show. Like from like action scenes where Mau Mau and his Mau Mau, Badgerclops, and Doorbat are going against monsters, or the Sky Pirates. And speaking of the Sky Pirates, I feel like these characters are gonna be successors to the ones from Adventure Time, because I can tell how in many ways pathetic they are. Like Oranga Snake is like Ice King, and with OKKO ending, well, gone, Mau Mau is gonna be a worthy successor to that show. Number 5, Green Eggs and Ham. Oh man, this show was definitely a pleasant surprise from beginning to end. It was crazy, like how they made a 50-word book from Dr. Seuss into something so meaningful. Like literally, this show was just amazing to watch. And it's definitely one of the best Dr. Seuss adaptations to come out of the 21st century next to Horton Hears a Who. Where do I even start? First off, the animation for the show looks gorgeous, like incredible. This is said to be the most expensive animated series to date, which each episode costing $6 million, and there's 13 episodes each for season 1. That basically accumulates to 78 or 72 million dollars. Like, that's how much it costs to make the first season. And I gotta admit, it was well deserved. This show definitely is getting an A+ in that category for animation. And like for characters, like there were some old ones and some new ones. Like for Sam and Guy, they are clashing characters. Like they remind me of SpongeBob and Squidward. Like in that episode of SpongeBob where pizza delivery, like when they were delivering the pizza, that's what their relationship kind of reminds me of. And I personally think that Guy is a better Squidward than Squidward himself. And the voice acting for this show is incredible. Like Adam Devine was a big surprise for me as Sam I Am, as I know him for playing a lot of loud, rambunctious characters like Julian from Ice Age 5, Pizza Steve from Uncle Grandpa, or he's commonly known as Adam DeMant from Workaholics. Sam I Am is definitely, I think, his best performance to date, because he gives out so much emotion for for a simple character that is just forcing one person to eat green eggs and ham. I can't wait for season 2 of The Second Serving. That's also going to be a great season. Number 4, Amphibia. So, Disney, with their animated shows this year, well, I mean, this whole decade, has been a massive improvement compared to the 2000s decade. And with this, Amphibia is honestly a nice contender. I see this as somewhat as a worthy successful to Gravity Falls. And a lot of people say, what about Star vs. the Forces of Evil? Don't get me wrong, while I did like that show, my problems with it is like it changes tone too many times. Like season 1, it was a lighthearted one, then it got dark, and then yeah, it just kept flip-flopping, and I just didn't like that. And I think Amphibia has like a good has a good combination of like serious and comedic moments, as it has 11-minute segments about Anne Boonchoi and her adventures in Amphibia. She grows as a better human being and makes better friends and learns to stand by people who actually care for her. And I can't wait for season 2 of the show to come out. And like also, that theme song is amazing. And another thing I have to say is that Brenda Song as Anne, she does a really good voice role. Same with Bill Farmer as Hop Pop and many of the other voice talents in this show. Number 3, Steven Universe Future. So, okay, before I talk about the show itself, let me just give you guys a heads up. This is not season 6 of the original Steven Universe show. This is a completely new series. Even Ian Jones Quarty said that this is not even season 6. This is the sequel show, and that's what it is. Now, getting that all out of the way, Steven Universe Future is a nice continuation of the original series. As of now, we only have about 8 episodes, but with those 8 episodes so far, I'm loving what I'm seeing. This is a really excellent continuation of the original series. I like how Steven is maturing as a character, as he's growing up compared to like how he was in the at the start of the original show. From cookie cats to now dealing with anxiety, with new powers such as this pink aura that he has whenever he has anger, frustration, or sadness. I can't wait to see more of what they're gonna do with Steven's new power, and how the other characters are doing in this sequel show. I can't wait to see more characters like Spinel. So for as of now, I'm gonna say so far this is, from what I'm watching, it's amazing, and I can't wait to see more in 2020. Number 2, Primal. This show is an example of show don't tell, and it succeeds at everything with that statement. Primal is something that like, I don't know how to describe it in many words. This is, in my opinion, Gendy's best work to date. Samurai Jack is up there, but Primal is amazing. We follow we follow Spear and Fang, a caveman dinosaur duo, basically like surviving in this period of time. And yes, it is true that cavemen and dinosaurs did not live in the same period of time, but aside from that inaccuracy, this is honestly a very excellent animated series on Adult Swim out of all places. And seeing how Gendy can now fully use the Adult Swim block to show his true passion with the show, Primal is something that I'm just loving from beginning to end. And hearing that there's gonna be somewhat of a movie adaptation for the Oscars for 2020, I'm honestly curious how they're gonna do it. But yeah, I can't wait for the next couple of episodes for Primal. It's gonna be something so mysterious. Before we get to number 1, I have a few honorable mentions I want to talk about. The first one we have is Bless the Hearts. So, with Fox bringing back the Animation Domination brand, I was very skeptical of this new show, seeing that they were gonna cancel it very early as they do with their other shows. But giving a watch for some episodes, it was decent. I wouldn't say it's their best Fox animated sitcom. King of the Hill takes that mantle, but this is a decent animated series that I would watch if I had the chance. Then we have the Casa Grandes. So this is a spinoff of the Loud House, and while I enjoy watching the Loud House, I also enjoy watching the Casa Grandes. I love the family, and I especially love Ronnie Ann and how she interacts with her family. The reason why it's on the honorable mentions, because it feels like I've been there, done that deal. Since it is a spinoff of the Loud House, it really doesn't differentiate itself from the show from its. If there's any positive to this, the Casa Grandes is the best Nickelodeon spinoff animated. It's better than Planet Sheen, Rugrats Preschool Days, and I don't know, maybe Korra. Forky asks a question on Disney Plus. So a lot of people may not count this as a series, but for a series of shorts, they're pretty enjoyable. I like Forky and his naivety and how he tries to know more about the world that he's in by asking other toys, while honestly being in his own world. So yeah, Forky asks a question it's a decent short series. Then lastly, there's Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. It's no Mystery Incorporated, but Scooby-Doo and Guess Who is a very funny series. I like how it basically plays off more of the trope of the. It's a bit better than Be Cool Scooby-Doo, but yeah, overall this is a pretty good series. I'll admit it is a bit cumbersome because I'm gonna miss some of the personalities that the Mystery Gang had in Be Cool Scooby-Doo, especially Daphne. But guys, we are finally at it. And the number 1 best animated series of 2019 is So guys, at number 1, it's Infinity Train. Oh man, like next to Victor and Valentino, the pilot was released back in 2016. A lot of people were very curious if this was going to become an animated series, and I was a little bit curious myself. And seeing how this was completely different from Cartoon Network with Norm recently, like compared to this is like night and day. And Infinity Train is just magnificent for the storytelling and for the character of Tulip herself. I like her. She's a very interesting one. She finds ways to like go from different tracks and different box cards, and like her relationship with 1-1 and Atticus shows that she's a pretty interesting character. And I love how she's a character who struggles when it comes to parents' divorces. And yeah, overall, I would say she's a pretty good character, and I love 1-1. He's a very funny comic relief. He's like monotone, yet joyful at the same time. Well, that's why he's 1-1. He's basically 2 robots in one. I also like the cat. She's a pretty interesting villain. Reminds me a lot of Yzma, like from her voice. And Atticus, well, he's a good boy. So yeah, like, I think overall Infinity Train is a very excellent animated series. I think it is the #1 best. It shows a lot of emotion, and it shows something very serious that we can get from Cartoon Network that's not Steven Universe. And yeah, guys, this is it. Well, that's it for the top 10 best cartoons of 2019. But before we go, I have something else to tell you guys about. Before the video ends, we have the top 10 anticipated anime series of 2020. So it's a mini top 10 and a top 10 video. So guys, without further ado, I'm gonna do some quick quick summaries on how I feel about these shows. And yeah, I think you know the rest. Here we go. Number 10, The Thundercats War. Pretty interested in how this reboot's gonna go out. Number 9, It's Pony. Hopefully this will not move to Nicktoons. Number 8, Monsters at Work. Finally, we're gonna see Mike and Sully continue their journey. Number 7, the untitled We Bare Bears spinoff. I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. Number 6, Glitch Text. Finally, it's coming out. Number 5, Animaniacs. Let's see if it's gonna be wacky as it was. Number 4, Looney Tunes cartoons. Hopefully this is better than Wabbit. Number 3, Adventure Time Distant Lands. More Adventure Time. Okay, I'm good. Number 2, Close Enough. Oh, it's about an eternity this show is about to come out. And number 1, The Boondocks. Hopefully, Aaron McGuire will show that this is going to be a good reboot as not, something good. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Share and subscribe if you're new, and click that notification button so you can get notified for any new video that I do. And guys, this is the Almighty DF signing out.